As the captain of Pirates, not only do you get the prestige of lifting the Nedbank Cup when you win it, but you also get this honor. Last year we were at a similar school, handed it over. This year you get to do it. What does that mean to you guys as a team to know that in addition to winning and lifting silver, you guys are also making a significant change?
Yeah, it's a special feeling, from the player side. It's an amazing feeling to know that when we achieve certain things, it goes beyond, not only for ourselves but for the children, uplifting the community. So it's a special feeling from the player's perspective. But yeah, I mean, it also inspires us to do more, because we know that if we win more and more, we get to, come back in such communities and uplift more and more children and the community as a whole. So it's an amazing feeling.
You find yourself being one of the clubs that has been gradually doing this. I mean, just on the other side, in Orlando, we were there last season, and now we're here again with you doing this. How does it make you guys feel, knowing very well that everything else that you are doing has got a ripple effect? Because now you're looking at these kids, of course, you'll be coaching some of them from these clubs because they obviously see you here. Being the players that you even do things off the field as a club.
Yeah, I think it just shows how big the institution is, and it just shows the capacity of what we're representing, right? It teaches us that our football careers are not only on the field of play, but it also shows us that we have a responsibility to play off the field. And for us, like I said, being here, it means a lot. It's special, it's very inspiring to know we don't even do it. So I think going back now to the team, I think the boys will be even more encouraged and empowered to go on and try to achieve even more and more so that we can come back here as
speaks just about motivation. You guys have a very important game over the weekend against the team that also just knocked you out of the Champions League. Maybe just what is the motivation just going into that match, and are you guys looking to get one over them?
Yes, look, a lot of people have been talking about running and what happened last season, but this is a new season, it's a new Orlando Pirates, one that manages to create a lot of chances and take their chances. So going into the game, we're very motivated, because like I've always said before, that this club deserves to play in the Champions League each and every season, and not only play in it but to compete, and that is exactly what we're going out to do this coming weekend. It will be a difficult encounter, but we're well and prepared for it. Look, everyone gives their 100% at the club, and we have a very good, talented squad. And everyone on the day, given the opportunity, we know that they can deliver, and that's the quality that we have within the group. So yes, the players that are away, they add a lot of value to the team, and we do miss them, yes, but they will be back and they'll be ready for the game as well.
Do you think you should be there?
Since the leg, don't get lost.
You know what, like I've always said, if it's my time for me to be there, then it will happen, and nothing will stop me from it. So,
I'm looking at you guys going out to just on the running issue. They are very hyped up. They know what they did to you as a South African club. It's a big thing for them. So looking at you, you are one of the people that every coach studies this defense on, in terms of you being a laser striker at Orlando Pirates. The pressure that you get when you're on the field, internationally and locally, is it the same or does it differ when you're going to play against Edwin Karate?
The pressure that we get, it's different competition, so I would say it's not the same. It's a different test. It's not the same teams as in the league, and what we used to. There's a lot of international players playing for these teams. And playing on the African continent is never easy, and it can help you improve as a player. So the more, if you've seen like with Sundowns as well, the more they play in the CAF Champions League, the better they become. And same with the AFCON as well. If you play a lot of CAF games, the better you become, together as a group and individually as well. So hopefully bringing the CAF Champions League will help us, and going into this game as well, we'll take our lessons from it and we'll continue to improve together as a team.
Yeah, Skipper, you've been in that situation where you go with Bafana and especially qualifiers like this, and looking. I was watching Olisa. I think got more than almost 30 minutes of game time there, and you have our guys as well. You could see when they came on as well, and I think that's the kind of experience that you need from them when they return for Gaborone.
Yeah, I've always said, playing international matches, it helps a lot. You grow as a player, you grow as a person. But also not only that, you need to look after yourself even more, because now you play more matches and the fatigue load gets even more and more. So yeah, I think the experience will help us a lot, not only now but in the long run. And we're looking forward to having the guys back. You talk about my experience with the national team, you get to travel and you play, because then you also have to come back, and the turnaround of matches is not a lot, so you need to put more emphasis on your recovery protocols and look after yourself in that aspect, so that you can perform to the best of your abilities when the team needs you.
And as someone who's played for the national team, you look at the impact, talent really having, just the impact that they had when they came on for the fun to change the game and even get it to 2-2.
Yeah, look, we are so proud of them, but my message really to them is only the beginning. They can look forward now with confidence and believe that they belong in that space. They must just keep on improving, staying humble, and hopefully they get to achieve minimum caps to achieve with the national team big things.
So I just want to go back to you. Nedbank, because Nedbank is running another program there in your hometown in Bloem, and not long ago I was there at Grey, and I was with Monde, and he told me about the ground that you are looking to play. Just tell us more about what attracts you to school sport to also have this connection.
What attracts me to school sport is that I was also a scholar, and I know what it takes and how difficult it is to make it into the professional space, regardless of whatever sporting code you might be involved in. So for Nedbank to be doing initiatives like this, it plays a big role, like I said, to the future of South African sport, and for us to be inspiring the younger ones as well, it means a lot really, and we pray that we can continue to motivate them through our performances out there in the field.
Grey College is known for producing cricketers, rugby players, for Springboks and Proteas. At least you are one of the few, if not the only one, who's won a Bafana jersey to come out of that school. But now I see that you've got a vibrant football program. What role are you looking to play there?
Ours is to serve, like someone has always said, ours is to serve, and I will always keep to those words, giving back. Like I said, motivating the younger ones, because I was once there. I know what it takes and how difficult it is. I know to have a dream, and for it not to come true. So ours is just to serve, to be a motivation to all these younger ones as well for the future.
To both of you, the Galaxy coach has come out to say he knows most of you as parent players, as we have to do before. Do you think maybe that will play any role on Saturday? Him knowing some of the parent players?
Yes, I had the opportunity to work with Coach Morena, from development at Celtic and in the COSAFA team last year as well. He's a coach that I know quite well and obviously knows me as a player. But this is a completely different phase. I've grown as a player. There's a lot more tactics involved. So the game won't be the way that he expects it to be. You can study all you want, but what happens on the day, it's entirely up to the player himself and the tactics on the day. So I'm not really worried about that. We'll go out there and give it our all.
Are you surprised to see how he's progressed in his career, or you could see it from when he was coaching you there in the juniors that he was coming for these heights?
Coach Morena is not anyone that I've doubted before. I've always believed that he's a good coach. He just needed to be given an opportunity. And I think Jwaneng did that, and they're reaping the rewards of his hard work.
All right, thank you.
You guys known in recent years and you've done it consistently for your giving back, and you continue to do so. This year again, you've launched a fantastic facility and underprivileged community. Just how important it is an initiative like this.
Yeah, I mean, let me start first by stating that we're a purpose-led organization, and what purpose translates to is we have to be, good, active corporate citizen, and play a part across all aspects of South African society in helping to advance, alleviate some of the challenges that we face as a country, and for us, investing in sports, but also in particular youth sports, is very important. As you know, this school is actually in an underprivileged community, so access to such facilities is very limited. And what it then does is that it deprives the young kids and the communities that live in and around Soweto to gain access to such things, and as such talent goes undiscovered. But more importantly, we know the impact of sports on young people. It builds good characteristics for them to grow up and become positive members of society, and in essence this is us bringing our purpose to life by investing in such initiatives that can play a part in giving these young people an opportunity to explore their full potential, but also have an impact in the surrounding area, but also in the school. Morale goes up whenever you come to a school and you see such facilities, and I think also it creates a sense of ownership, not only just within the school but within the community. I think you would have heard many of the speakers that came up today, they spoke about the importance of us taking care of this facility. On its own, the material that we use to construct it can last for over 20 years, but it also goes part and parcel with the community, the school, and also the pupils, looking after this and making sure that future generations are also able to take full advantage of it.
Yeah, I think one of the things that I've said there is also that long before even the Nedbank Cup, there's always been Nedbank Sports Trust, and then you've always played a part in that. But just looking back, in terms of your involvement with football, Nedbank used to be this white bank, but now you come to Elokushini as Lalini, you see a lot of Nedbank. What can you say about how football has helped to transform Nedbank?
Yeah, I think the transformation of the bank is not just only about our sponsorship of the game, because things like our involvement with the Sports Trust and of course the Nedbank Cup, there's a lot of visibility that those kinds of initiatives actually garner. But there's a lot more that we do as a bank in terms of giving back. We're also involved, for instance, in small business development, whereby we play a part in communities like Soweto and also other townships to help aspiring business people who come from these communities to actually access things such as skills development and also financing for their respective businesses. So that's just one component. But if I then speak about the game itself, we truly believe in the game. It is the biggest sport in our country, and what we truly want to do is to make sure that through our investment in the Nedbank Cup and also the standard of the execution of the tournament in itself, is that we raise the standard of South African football. We know that young people from such communities aspire to see themselves, donning the jerseys of Orlando Pirates and all the other professional teams, in our league. And it's very important for us to keep investing and supporting, the professional soccer league, to make sure that it provides these young people with these opportunities, because the majority of them come from here. And as such, it is our hope that when they see the brand playing a part, not just in the game but across all other aspects of South African society, they see us as a bank that can partner with them in helping them achieve their personal goals but also societal goals as well.